We started it with Ghana Poultry Festival, our Ghana Chicken Festival. So we selected the May Day, 1st May. But 2 years running, we found out that the May Day belongs to workers. The wings, the legs, even the gizzard, the thigh, and so on. So they started bringing it into Ghana. So then the Ghanaians said, oh, so if I have only wings and I prepare soup with wings, Maria Kokonkwan.
Kwaminat TV, promoting African businesses home and abroad. Kwaminat TV, the best in the full way to sell your brand to the world. Kwaminat TV.
You're on Kwaminat TV, ma'am, and we see you here today at Republic Day and also Farming Day, Poultry Farmers Day, and Chicken Festival. But we see a lot of eggs here. Ma'am, do you produce it yourself? Do you have a poultry farm or you just sell eggs?
Well, I am a poultry farmer myself. I'm a poultry farmer. I was an agricultural science teacher at Presec, Legon some years ago. And finally, I am a member of the Ghana National Association of Poultry Farmers. In actual fact, the work I'm doing now is coordinating the Ghana National Egg Campaign.
Okay.
There is an egg campaign in the country now. And since I know the poultry farmers, normally when we have a program like what we are having now, they donate the eggs for us to cook and distribute, give them to the public, whilst we give the egg education. So presently that's what I'm doing. So anybody who donates eggs, we don't buy, but then others also help us to boil it, to package it, and then to send it to wherever they will be needed.
So, ma'am, first of all, you say a bit about the eggs, but can you introduce yourself? Your name?
My name is Comfortriwe Champong. I'm the coordinator for the Ghana National Egg Campaign Secretariat. And at the moment, I am the chairperson for the planning committee of this Ghana Poultry Day.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that means we are at the right place.
Yes. Yeah, it is. We started it with Ghana Poultry Festival, our Ghana Chicken Festival. That's how we started the whole thing. And we wanted to select a date that would be very catchy, that will let people come in. So we selected the May Day, 1st May. But 2 years running, we found out that the May Day belongs to workers. So you cannot just bring a worker there, come and see my chicken or come and eat chicken or have fun. No, they already have their program
in their own
planned.
day.
Yes. So during one of our meetings, the idea came that why don't we also look for a unique date like the 14th February, which is now a chocolate day, instead of
Valentine.
Valentine.
Whatever, yeah.
So why don't we do that? So going through the dates, we felt that 1st July, which used to be a holiday, that is the Republic Day,
Yeah, that's true.
has been cancelled.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we don't have a Republican
Day.
holiday on the 1st of July. So why don't we select that date for keeps?
Yeah.
So that we can give it for poultry.
For poultry.
So this is a day we have selected. We are now lobbying to see if the policymakers will give the day to us. If they do, then the 1st of July
Every year?
Every year.
From henceforth?
From henceforth. This is the first of its kind.
Okay, this is the
Then-
maiden one.
This is the maiden one. So after today, every year we are going to have that one. Every year we are going to have it.
Okay.
1st July is going to be the Ghana Poultry day.
Okay, that is very interesting. But I want to ask you a bit about Ghana chicken. As you are a member of the Ghana Poultry Farm Association, I'm asking a bit about Ghana chicken. And why don't we consume Ghana chicken and rather import a lot of chicken into Ghana, mostly the broilers?
You know, I'll tell you a little history.
Yeah.
I'm an Ashanti.
Okay.
Growing up, I saw that it was only Christmas that
We eat
a
chicken.
chicken was slaughtered in the house.
That's
And
it.
children were given the leg. The rest of the parts went to our parents.
That's true.
And if a Ghanaian says, I'm eating chicken, then it's a whole bird he has slaughtered, dressed, cut it, and then he uses it. That is chicken.
Yeah.
But as the years went on, these Europeans, Americans, well, they enjoy only the breast meat of a bird.
Yeah.
So the rest of the parts were used for pet foods.
That is true.
So during the 1980s, 90s, in fact 90s, they realized that, some people enjoy the parts, the cut parts,
Yeah.
the wings, the legs, even the gizzard, the thigh, and so on. So they started bringing it into Ghana. So then the Ghanaians said, so if I have only wings and I prepare soup with wings, that's where it started.
Okay.
And then because they are frozen, nobody knows when they were slaughtered, how long they have been kept over there, and then they bring it in, and it is very cheap.
Yes, sir.
It is cheap. And then you can buy any quantity you want. But still, Ghanaians were holding on to our whole chicken price. And things are very expensive now. Maize is very expensive. Soya is very expensive. So the cost of production has gone so high that the farmers cannot afford. Most farms, I'm saying that about 80% of our farmers have stopped farming. Yes, they have stopped farming because of the cost of production. And they cannot remain competitive because our birds are very expensive. Take a day-old chick, which used to be about 5 cedis, is now about 30 cedis.
That is true.
So feeding the bird from day-old till about 16, 17, 18 weeks when the bird will start laying, you spend not less than 120 cedis on a bird before it will drop an egg. And you need about a month or two for them to come to peak laying. And that is where you start realizing your money. So this is where the problem is. The poultry farmers cannot sell cheaper. And just a few Ghanaian poultry farmers are even selling in parts now. Drumsticks, the wings, the neck, just a few. People are still holding on to the whole chicken for sale. And it's very expensive. If you compare it to the frozen ones which are coming in, it's so cheap. The frozen ones are very cheap. So this is why we cannot remain competitive.
So, ma'am, why is it that the government can't do anything about it? Because the government has to, I think, assist. If you go to the other world, which is the Western world, or where the chicken is coming from, or where the birds are coming from, the government assists the farmers so that they can produce it cheaper and consume it in the country. Why is it that here it is not so?
The government, the only way the government can help us, it has happened in this country before, and it can still happen. I don't want to mention anybody's name.
You don't want that?
But during some time in the 70s, late 70s, 80s, there was a president who met poultry farmers. I'm old. I'm 75 years old.
Wow. You don't
So-
look like
I know what
It's so
I'm talking
beautiful, ma'am.
about. That president called poultry farmers. That was during the time of Daco farms, Ekropon farms, Marinot farms, and all those big
ones.
farms. He called them. He said, okay, what you need most is maize. So which time of the year do you have problems with maize? The time was told to the president, and he said, okay, he is importing yellow maize. That was the first time yellow maize started coming into Ghana. And I quite remember people were complaining, that was yellow maize. So we were not using it because we were using white maize for kenke and for all those maize foods. So anytime that maize coming, the farmers got it so cheaply, if not for free. So those were the times that chicken was cheap. Then others came and they really didn't use that method that president used. Because if we had continued during certain times of the year, which is the lean season, maize, they could bring yellow maize from abroad to support the poultry farmers.
Okay.
But they're not doing it.
Okay. What advice will you give to the poultry farmers outside? Now, the poultry farmers who was not able to come here, now that how we can promote African chickens and how we will eat African chickens.
What I would say,
Agenda eating African.
what I would say is that it's always good to know what you are eating. You should know what you are eating. Produce what you want to eat and eat it very well. This frozen chicken are brought in. We don't know what happens. We don't know when they were slaughtered. We don't know the number of years or months or what they are kept in the deep freezer before they bring it to Ghana. And then we go in to buy. But if the birds are reared in the country, you know that this is pure bird, healthy birds. The Ghana birds have their own odor, their own flavor. You don't need to add so many flavors and what to keep that
Spices and
spices to keep that the odor. Because Ghana chicken has its own taste. It has its own odor. It has its own everything.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. But before I leave here, we also have to try the egg. Are we allowed to try the egg? Who is responsible here to give us some of the eggs?
Kosiani Moko.
Kosiani Moko.
Yeah.
So we're going to try it and see it. If you also want to come and try it, come and try. You can come in. You can come in it.
We also,
try it.
We also have yeah, you can pick it up. Yes. We also have these egg dishes. Normally we have meat pie.
Okay.
We are now talking about egg pie. It's so delicious and very healthy. So that's what we are doing now. The Technical University prepared this for us. So
The Technical University.
now meat is very expensive. Fish is very expensive.
So, guys,
comparatively, egg is the cheapest.
for you to know, I'm trying it. This is
You
a
will love it. Where is the other one?
egg produced in Ghana.
I want them to taste that.
Oh, I think we have to cut the egg. Okay. Wait a minute. Do I have to cut it before I eat it?
Anyhow, have you taken your pepper? So this is a sort of, take it like an egg kebab.
Okay.
This is how it goes.
Creativity, eh?
Egg kebab. Egg kebab.
Taste it and see.
Hey, hey. Hey,
Sorry, I should have given you a plate.
I'm eating boiled egg and egg kebab
Put
together.
some pepper inside. You will enjoy it.
Yeah. Can I have a plate? Cameraman, when you finish, come and try yours, okay?
Put some pepper there.
Okay. The cameraman will come. Let's finish. Boss, As you try it, how do you feel? How do you feel? This is originally from Ghana. Tell us a bit about how you feel right now about this Ghana egg.
Oh, there is water.
I don't see why we waste money to import all these things when we can produce them here to rescue the economy from this exportation of dollars and importation of all this which can be created here. And we give thumbs up to Mommy and her team, and we all give them support. One citizen, one egg. We will all eat it.
One citizen,
one egg. That's right.
And our farmers can produce the eggs.
My name is Alex Opari Yeboah.
Alex
Opari Yeboah, and I support the one citizen, one egg.
And eat
One citizen,
agenda, eat
one egg.
Agenda.
Wow, thank you.
Yes,
Agenda, one egg.
Agenda, one egg. One egg, one egg.
One egg a day.
One egg a day.
Yes.
I'm going to eat.
Agenda, one egg a
I'm
day.
going to eat 2 eggs.
Yeah. So that's your.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's yours.
This is egg pie. It was produced at Technical University here in Ghana, in Accra. So come and try. Everything about Ghana Poultry Farm is the best. As the lady said, eat Ghana chicken, eat Ghana egg. One citizen, one egg.